Dizemos não ao racismo.
Não ao racismo.
No to racism.
No al racismo.
Now let's review the top 10 most controversial moments of racial discrimination in the football world. Number 1. The most noticeable moment on May 21st, 2023 was in Real Madrid's 0-1 loss against Valencia. The match was halted in the 73rd minute as forward Vinicius lost his composure due to insults from Valencia's fans in the stands. Vinicius pointed towards the fans he believed were racially abusing him and reported it to the referee. But the crowd at Mestalla continuously referred to him as mono. In injury time of the 7th minute, Vinicius was shown a red card during a brawl between two teams. After the match, Ancelotti also spoke out.
Ha pasado otras veces, mas así no. Así no, es inaceptable. La Liga Española tiene un problema.
It wasn't the first time, nor the second, nor the third. Racism is normal in La Liga. The competition thinks it's normal. The federation does too. I'm sorry for the Spaniards who don't agree, but today in Brazil, Spain is known as a country of racists. And unfortunately, for everything that happens each week, I have no defense. I agree, but I am strong and I will go to the end against racists. This was not the first time Vinicius had to endure racial abuse in La Liga. Valladolid fans even threw bananas at him while he was walking onto the pitch. And Atletico Madrid fans sang "Vinicius, you're a monkey" outside the Wanda Metropolitano. Vinicius' ordeal has gone beyond football and reflects clearly a social issue. La Liga needs to take stronger actions to protect players and preserve the league's reputations.
This very bad thing.
Number 2, Luis Suarez and Patrice Evra were involved in a clash during a match between Liverpool and Manchester United in 2011. After the game, Patrice Evra accused Suarez of racially abusing him. Evra stated, "There are many cameras and you can see Suarez saying the same word to me at least 10 times." Following an investigation, the Football Association, FA, imposed a severe penalty, an 8-match ban on Luis Suarez of Liverpool. Despite Suarez's explanation that the word he used is considered normal in Spain and Uruguay, it was not perceived the same way in England. The controversy didn't end there, as in a subsequent match in 2012, Suarez faced fierce criticism for allegedly refusing to shake hands with Evra. At the end of that match, the French player celebrated with the fans in front of Suarez, seemingly as a response to Suarez's perceived lack of respect before the game. Number 3, let's talk about Mario Balotelli, a strong personality and a brilliant talent in the football world. Balotelli is a player with many talents and also flaws. His career is more often remembered for his shortcomings. But did you know that Super Mario has faced racial discrimination since he was a young player? In 2013, during a Milan derby, he was turned racist by the very fans who had previously loved and supported him at Inter Milan. At another moment in 2019, while playing for Brescia against Verona, in the 54th minute, Balotelli endured numerous racial slurs from the fans. He was extremely frustrated and kicked the ball towards the stands. Balotelli wanted to leave the field, but players from both teams held him back, and the match had to be temporarily suspended while the organisers reminded the fans about their behaviour. Number 4, similar to Balotelli, Brazilian player Tayson after enduring a barrage of mockery and criticism. He responded by pointing his middle finger toward the unruly spectators and then kicked the ball towards the stands. As a result, the main referee showed him a red card, ejecting the Brazilian star from the game. Tayson left with tears streaming down his face despite the encouragement from players of both teams. Another teammate of his, Dentino, also left the field in tears, having experienced similar discriminatory actions. Number 5, back to 2020, in the match where Paris Saint-Germain lost 0-1 to Marseille in Ligue 1. In the 96th minute, the two teams got into a scuffle after a collision.
Again, this is going to be a long suspension.
Neymar and Marseille's defender, Alvaro Gonzalez, exchanged words. Amidst the chaos, the referee handed out 5 red cards to players from both sides, including Neymar, who left the field in silence.
That's been carrying on for a number of minutes. Straight red on VAR.
After the match, Neymar spoke out, stating that Alvaro Gonzalez had used offensive and racially discriminatory language, referring to him as mono, which means monkey in Spanish. I acted like a fool, got carried away and let myself lose control. I got the red card because I wanted to punch the person who offended me in the face. I understand his feelings at that moment, but regardless of the reasons, racism is unacceptable behavior. Number 6. Racism exists not only in Europe but also in Asia. In the Chinese Super League, while playing for Shanghai, Demba Ba experienced racial slurs and insults from player number 27 of the opposing team. According to The Sun, Zhang Li repeatedly shouted, "You black," towards Demba Ba. The former Chelsea forward became extremely angry and grabbed his opponent by the collar. The coaching staff and other players, including former Manchester United striker Odion Ighalo, had to intervene. The Chinese Football Association immediately launched an investigation and held a hearing regarding the incidents during the match. After the game, the club's management, along with regulatory bodies and players, all came forward to defend Demba Ba. Number 7. 3 years after Demba Ba's incident, the Champions League group stage match between PSG and Istanbul Başakşehir had to be suspended midway when the 4th official, Sebastian Coltescu, was accused by Demba Ba and the Turkish team's coaching staff of using racist words towards the Cameroonian assistant coach.
You say these guys, so why when you mention me, listen to me, why when you mention a black guy, you have to say this black guy?
It was revealed that Coltescu used the word negru, which means black in Romanian, to address Webo, the Başakşehir assistant coach.
No, come on. What is this?
You have to respect each other.
Come on.
Respect.
Coltescu was later penalised by UEFA. Number 8. Malian striker Moussa Marega scored a goal to put Porto ahead 2-1 against his former team Vitória. He celebrated by pointing to his skin colour and was subjected to numerous racial slurs from Vitória's fans. They even threw seats onto the pitch. Marega had enough. He was furious and decided to stop playing, despite the efforts of his teammate and opponents to calm the situation. After the match, he criticised Vitória's fans on his social media account and also took a jab at the referees. Number 9. While playing for Chelsea against Tottenham Hotspur in 2019,
The Blues' biggest.
Antonio Rudiger became the target of racism as the Spurs fans kept jeering and making monkey gestures towards the German defender. Unlike some other players, Rudiger reported to the referee along with the team captain, Azpilicueta.
It came to Azpilicueta that Blues defender Antonio Rudiger was...
This marked the first instance in the Premier League of using the anti-racism protocol instructed by FIFA.
This new 3-step protocol issued 3 stadium warnings to supporters.
In the same match, Son Heung-min received a red card for a collision with Rudiger and also faced racial abuse from Chelsea fans. These fans were later penalised accordingly by the respective clubs. Number 10. In 2012, Turkish midfielder Emre used the racial slur effing N slur towards Didier Zakora of Trabzonspor in front of the referee and received only a 2-match ban as a punishment. Many viewed this penalty as too lenient for someone being a racist. In the later match, Zakora refused to shake hands with Emre. During the game, Zakora and his teammates sought retaliation against Emre with rough play. Despite the fierce reaction from Fenerbahce players, the referee only showed Sakura a yellow card as a warning. Racism has no place in any sport or in our lives, so if you see discrimination, challenge it, report it, and change it. Together, we can all do more to make a more positive impact. Thanks for watching.